In this tutorial, we will be discussing about Django. What is Django? Django is Python web development framework. So web development framework by using Python language is nothing but Django. This is a web development framework. Today, Python is used as a language all over software development. Even the top companies like Microsoft and Google are using Python and Django for their web services. So learning Python and learning Django will provide different employment opportunities. So this is very, very critical in today's job field. So what is Django exactly? So when we talk about Django, as we discussed already, it is web development framework by using Python. So all the support required for web development will not be provided directly by Django because it is not a library, but it will have all the tools required for web development. Even though it is not the library, even though it don't have all the inbuilt files required for creation of project or creation of a website, it gives all the tools and all the guidance required for web development framework. Why developing a website or developing an app by using Django is very, very easy? Because almost all the projects will have similar structure. The type of files that you are going to use will be same in almost every project. There will be no change in any project. Almost all the projects will have similar kind of structure, right? And it is customizable and extensible. What is customizable? Based on your requirement, of website, the options can be modified, and after completion of creating the project, you can also extend the project. Normally what will happen is, once the website is created, it requires regular changes, regular updations. So Django provides the platform required for making the changes based on your requirement, and it allows you to extend the website based on future requirements also. So the usage of Django can be done based on user choice. So how you are going to use it, what you are going to develop, it depends on your requirement and it depends on your problem, or it depends on your website requirements. Based on that, it can be used in different ways. Django, we have clear set of rules and regulations, but it provides greater flexibility. So almost all the modern programming languages, almost all the high level programming languages and frameworks will provide us the flexibility to use different options available with them. Similarly, Django is also a framework which allows us to use flexibility in development. It is possible to start a small website with displaying information to a large website which can do different complex operations. Django is capable of building small application in a website, and it is also capable of building a complex website which can perform different kinds of operations. Django is a framework with greater capabilities. So what are the prerequisites for learning Django? What exactly you should have? What kind of knowledge you should have to learn Django? So basic Python language knowledge is required. Don't think about expertism in Python. If you know how the code executes, how loop will execute, if you know functions, modules, packages of Python, if you have basic knowledge about how modules will work, how packages will work in Python, how classes will work, how the relationships are established between different parts of the code, then it's fine. You can go for execution of Django framework. You can go for execution of Django web framework development. And the knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, because most of the websites today are developed by using these three: HTML, JS, and CSS. Don't think about expertism. Even in HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, you should have minimum knowledge about how these HTML, JavaScript, and CSS will be used in website development. And you should also have basic idea about client server communication, how request and response will take place. So how website front end will be designed, how data will be stored. Basic idea about website is required for Django web development. Okay, Django web framework can be used with basic knowledge of Python, HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. And you should also have minimum idea about how website will work, how request will be sent to the server, how information is retrieved, how your data will be accepted, and how it will be modified. All this you can learn. So what we are going to learn in this course? This is first tutorial. We will learn about setup, and we will learn about how to use different files and what are the important files, where all the changes will take place, in which files we have to make changes, which files we are not supposed to make, we are not supposed to touch. So what is critical information, and all this we will learn in this course. So foundation required for framework development, basic foundation. This is the class that gives us understanding about the platform structure of Django project. The same structure is applicable for almost all the projects of Django. There will be no change in project structure. The type of file that you are going to use will be same, but the code that you are going to write and whatever modifications and whatever extra features required for new app or new project, they will be added. So in almost every Django project or every Django web framework, you will be using URLs file, you will be using views file. And when we go for deployment in server, we go for ASCII file, WSCI file. We will learn about all these files in coming topics. So we will also learn about templates, static files, different data models and relationships. How all these will be established will be understood by the completion of course. So in this course, we will also learn about how to work with forms, how to accept the data, how to create class-based views, how to upload the files of different types, how to manage sessions of different users. Normally, when we enter into website, authentication will be there. The user one, user two, how to allow multiple users to access information, how to set admin data and user data, what should be visible to user, what should be visible to admin. All these settings can be done by using our tutorial. By the completion of course, you will be able to do all this. And we will be also learning about deploying projects, building of blocks, and how to manage front end, which is visible to us, how to manage data in the back end, or how to go for administration of website. All this understanding you will get by completion of the course. And when you join a computer course, how to get optimum output from it? If you join any course, not even, don't think about computer course. If you join any course, what you have to do, especially in case of coding, code along and code ahead. Before the instructor asks you to do a particular task, you should have that enthusiasm to learn on your own. When you try to learn on your own, the knowledge given by the instructor will provide you more information. So generally, the code will be written in different ways. The code written by one programmer will be completely different from other programmer, or it may be same as other program. Sometimes even the instructor will not be able to write the code in your manner. You will be more efficient in most cases. So that is the reason why from time to time you have to check the code that is written by you when a problem is given. When you are asked to solve it at home, on the next class, what will happen? The solution will be given. What you have to do, you have to check the solution given in institute with your own solution, and you have to compare it. Even though in case of error, it is not possible for everyone to write programs without errors. Even the experts will write with errors. And from time to time, what they will do, they will make modification and they will ensure that there will be no errors in future. So errors will take place. You have to correct them. You have to write solutions. When this process continues over a long period of time, you will become perfect. Okay. So how to get best out of this course? We already discussed about code along and code ahead. So comparison of solutions must be done. Your solutions must be compared with institute solution. Try to take best code solutions even online and offline. Whatever material that is provided to you, check that material, and you check online in different websites for solution to given problem. Even though the direct solution is not available, the similar situations and similar code will be there, and you can make small modifications based on your requirement. And there are two options of learning. One is standard approach, or the approach that is followed by most of the learners. Work hard and try to learn, which follows detailed learning and practice with different examples. Summary approach for quick learners through summaries. So what is preferred in a standard approach? Practice hard, go for different examples. Then you will be able to remember that particular course for a long period of time. Whatever you learn in standard approach will enables you to learn it perfectly, and you will be able to solve most of the complex problems. So coming to most important part, setting up and deploying project. So as we discussed already, most of the project structure will be same for all Django, for all Django projects. So how to install it, how to use it with Python will be discussed now. To know whether Python is installed or not in our system, we have to type the command Python. So when we type command Python, we will be able to see version of Python installed in our system. So now we can clearly see when command Python is typed, we can see 3.9.5. The version that is installed in this system is 3.9.5. 3.9.5 is the version of Python that is installed here. To come out of this, once you are into Python, you have to come out and you have to click on Control Z to come out of this. End of file. Now we are in Python and now we are coming out with Control Z and enter. So now we came out and now we are in normal command prompt. So I am thinking about creating project in D directory. So in command prompt, when I think about creating directory, I have to type D colon. This is Windows system. If I type D colon, I will be moving on to D directory. As there is no D drive here, I am going for E drive, and now I am into E drive. Here I am thinking about saving my project in a folder called creative. So I am creating a folder. Now creative folder is created. Okay, creative is the folder that is created with command mkdir. To move to creative, I have to type command cd creative. The command to move to creative folder is cd creative. Now I am moving into creative folder. Okay, in this manner we can create folders for storing projects. So I am thinking about storing my project in a creative folder. So I am exiting this. So for installation of Django, we have to use different commands. Okay, so we have to use pip for installation of Django. We will learn about, in this part, we will learn about how to set up and deploy project. For setting and deployment of project, we have to download the latest version of Python based on the given procedure and explained in our class. We have to check Python. We already checked in command prompt whether our installation of latest version is done properly or not. Then we have to type this command Python -m pip install Django. This is the command for installation of Django. When we think about installing Django, we have to use this command python m pip install Django. So then if you think about checking all the features available with admin, you just simply have to type Django hyphen admin to check whether all the options available with all the options available with the admin are visible when we type Django hyphen admin in command prompt. So when you face an error, when you are unable to see information related to Python or Django and installation is not properly done, then you have to restart the system or reopen command prompt. Then you will be able to complete your installation.